So I've been doing a mostly carnivore diet for almost 3 months now. Just transitioned slowly. First I was high carb fruit based, and then I slowly went higher fat vegan, and then that was gas city, so I went to carny, and I'm just slowly working my way towards a lamb only diet. I'm almost there. This is what I eat in an entire week to feel fricking up there, man.
I love your colon, girl, it's my world. I will never make a sound.
In just 2.5 months, like, everything is turning around. My mind is sharp, my energy is high, my skin is clearing. I've said that before, but it's totally clearing. The forehead rash is almost gone. I'm working on like one dot, this one dot that seems to be a blood vessel that just got angry at me one day. It's slowly disappearing, and it's really helping to be on lamb. I just made that skincare routine video. I think that CeraVe stuff is helping. So this is what I ate last week. So what I've been doing is roasting a lamb leg. I eat like probably half of it. So this is leftover lamb leg, and usually there's a bunch of broth left over. So I just boiled the broth, poured it over some chopped up lamb leg, and on the side I did some mysterious things. I had raw liver and raw beef suet. It looks about as good as it tastes, which is abysmal. I don't understand the raw meat people. They're like, oh, liver is the best one. It tastes like iron and just fear, squiggly, slimy fear. I don't like it. I still have a pack in my freezer. It's a bitch. Okay, day 2, I roasted another lamb leg. I found one that had no bone in it. It's not as good. Always look for the bone in. You get so much more nutrients, especially in the broth afterwards. There's just so much more collagen, and I really feel like this is gonna help heal the gut. My gut feels so good, and I've been watching a bunch of people. There's a new girl I found, Rebecca Heichman, Tailored Keto Health. She's fantastic. I've been binge watching her show. She's very common sense, and she says things I haven't heard of before, and it's fantastic. So she says to heal the gut, it's mostly about animal fat and collagen. Very similar to the GAPS protocol. So like doing this roasted lamb leg, you're getting a bunch of collagen in the broth. You're basically making your own bone broth every day, but it's not high in histamines, because like chicken broth, you make it from bones. That's histamine city. So it's like we're getting the liquid, we're getting the fats from the lamb leg, the suet, the proteins. It's like, yes. So definitely go subscribe to Rebecca. She's good. She's good. She's smart. She was very sick and vegan and got much better, and now she's like helping everybody. She's very smart. So I ate that entire lamb leg, the boneless one. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're roasting another one tomorrow. So day 3 was a roasted lamb leg, again, bone in. I'm just always experimenting with how to do this. What's the best, most tender way? This was fantastic. I did not broil it afterwards. It was very good, just like this. 250 degrees for 4 hours. I didn't flip it. I didn't do anything. Just salted it a bit before. It's amazing. And I had that with some E3 Live, just a tablespoon before my meal, and some lamb kidney fat. I'm just looking for ways to get more fat in my body, and I eat this raw, straight out. And if you want to know what raw lamb kidney fat tastes like, you gotta picture cheese without any of the flavor or fun. No salt. I suppose if I salted it, maybe. But like, you just bite it, it's creamy, it's almost slightly sweet. It's not bad, it's just very boring. So I just have that, boom, and I live. So day 4, I just had the leftover lamb leg. I don't think I even ate all of it. So usually I'm 2 days, 1 leg. But I guess this was a bigger leg, so I couldn't even finish all of it. And I had some lamb fat. Like, there's just so much fat. And as long as you put it in the fridge and you eat it cold, you will not get nauseous. That's what I've found. I used to make all this tallow, and it was like rendered fat, and it was liquid, and I would drink the broth even though there was like a good thick layer of lamb oil on top. I would just drink it, and I'm like, why am I nauseous, bro? So I've heard some good tips from Steak and Butter Gal that eat your fat cold so it's solid and it'll digest slower and then it doesn't rush into nausea down. So things have been good. It's funny, that day I thought that I would have eaten the whole rest of the lamb leg and then needed more. So I actually air fried a beef heart and I was so full. I was like, that was a waste. Oh, I didn't. So I took a couple bites of it and it was so good. But that's going to be tomorrow's meal because I don't know how to judge my hunger. Day 5, I had leftover lamb leg with that beef heart that was cooked for no reason the day before, so it was not as good. That was fun times. Also had more of the lamb kidney fat, and I was still hungry, so I ended up air frying a bunch of lamb shoulder chops. I'll tell you, those are my new favorite thing. I don't know if they're perfect, but I air fry them at 400 degrees for like 8 minutes a side. They're a little chewy at times, but it's whatever. Day 6 was the day I undercooked the lamb chops. So I had the leftover lamb chops, and then I cooked more, and they were undercooked, and I'm chewing them forever, and I'm like, these suck. So I stopped eating, I cooked one more, and then I realized I had the beef kidney in my freezer, and I was like, I am done with beef. Let me just cook those up. So I cooked that. It got like weird and dark, and it was kind of tasty. It's not bad. If you cook the kidney, it's much better than raw, that's for sure. So it's somewhat viable. I was eating the beef kidney for the DAO enzyme that helps break down histamines. But if you cook it, you're probably killing that enzyme pretty hard. So there's like literally only downsides to pea tasting meat. But I ate it. Last day of the week, I pressure cooked a lamb leg. I had another boneless one, and the only reason I've been roasting them is because the big bone-in leg doesn't fit in my Instapot. So I pressure cooked it. It was good. I think it was more tender, but slightly less enjoyable to eat. Whatever the texture, there's something about roasting is just magic, and it works, and it's fantastic. So I think I'm going to continue doing that. But the pressure cook, it was okay, and I was a little queasy. I might have just eaten too much of my rendered fat, even though it was cold. You can't overdo it. I'm trying to get higher fat to protein ratio, but it's not easy. So that's what I ate in a week. Things are good. They continue to get better and better. The digestion feels amazing. Skin is good. We're turning a corner here. I've always known how to heal on meat-based. It was always just I get sucked back into the red herring arguments of the veganism cult. But we'll deal with that in another video. How you doing? Are you thumbing up this one? Thumbs down if you were about to rent a raccoon for the day. What makes you think there's any left? It's a pretty popular thing people do nowadays. You should have got there early. You missed your chance, didn't you? Yeah, raccoons, they have strong hands. They can tear you apart. You better feed them their pizza crust diet, or they will not be happy with you. I'll tell you that much. I'm going to leave. You subscribing for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.